I'm Serene, I'm 57 years old and I'm a teacher by profession. When I have free time, I enjoy reading and I also enjoy going to plays, theatre, attending musicals and going to the movies. I also like going on walks at the nature parks. I've been caregiver to my mom since she was diagnosed with dementia 3 years ago, and as the only child, I'm the main caregiver. When I found out that she was unwell, the first thought that came to my mind was rather selfish. Actually, I was thinking about how it was going to be a disruption to my life. Basically, I was going through a stage of my life where I was enjoying what I was doing and I was having me time and I had plans. So when this happened, I must admit that I felt frustrated, I also felt angry. Yeah, but there was a turning point when I saw my mom decline over the months. It was really saddening. She used to love reading a lot and she had kept aside certain books that she had meant to read someday. It was really saddening because we understand that at this point there's almost like no more of an intellectual existence for her. There is also the struggle of managing the day-to-day needs. There were the physical needs, there were also the behavioral changes that were difficult to manage and difficult to cope with because her capacity to communicate also decreased. She oftentimes resorted to shouting and sometimes it is in the middle of the night. So it was affecting all our sleep because all of us also have to work the next day. So at that point, I made the decision to stop work just to spend a bit more time with the caregiving. Then on days when the helper was not around and I had to totally really manage on my own, I found that really very trying because even though mom is quite petite in size, having to lift her from the bed to the wheelchair, from the wheelchair to the geriatric chair, all this required a lot of strength. On those Sundays when I was alone with her, I was really in tears often because it also felt so lonely.
Okay, we have a closely knit family and we discuss what we can do, and the children are very helpful. They think of ways to make Pawpaw happy, so they've written her cards, they dig out old photos of beautiful memories and put them all into an album for her. I've got some close friends that we often meet and pray together. There's a group that may not be experiencing the same thing as me, but they are there to just cry together or hug each other. Another group that has helped me on this journey is the Care Corner Caregiver Support Group. This is the group where I've learned to really grow a lot in terms of my understanding of dementia through the kind of workshops that they have facilitated and also through the friendship that we have built with other caregivers. I think one important thing I've learned is to understand the value of forgiveness. The process of caregiving has allowed me to reopen old wounds and lingering pain and to be open to receiving fresh healing. On top of that, I've also learned to understand the meaning of compassion and empathy, to learn to choose my words more carefully, to learn to be more patient and loving. At the same time, I think I'm beginning also to realize what are some of my own inherent flaws and learning to become a better person myself and also the kind of person I aspire to be even as I age. So at the start, when we were feeling really lost about how best to give my mom a better quality of life, we met the hospital's medical social worker and she shared with me that there was a workshop that was conducted by Care Corner Caregiver Support Group. And so I signed up for that, and from there I started off learning a lot more. It's been a wonderful learning journey together with them because Care Corner would organize different kinds of workshops for us. There were workshops that helped us to understand the different types of dementia. At the same time, I appreciate what we have here in this caregivers group because it brought caregivers from different parts of Singapore together. And it was interesting because at the start, the group was not very vocal, okay, and there was not so much sharing. But somehow, as we attended more and more workshops together, we got to know one another better and got to trust one another a bit more. And I think I'm seeing a lot more deeper sharing about the real struggles, the day-to-day struggles that the caregivers have. Some of the caregivers have expressed that at times we can feel so alone because on top of taking care of somebody where it's so challenging, at the same time they have to grapple with their own kind of loneliness. I think that's really very painful. So when people are able to open up and share this in this platform, I really appreciate that we have such a space to encourage one another. To all the caregivers out there, I would say do not undertake the journey alone. The caregiving journey can be challenging, but it can also be fulfilling. Being part of a community support group can help you to understand what others are going through. And when you're part of a support group, it really makes all the difference, because while you're receiving help from others, you can find that you can also be offering support to others. So remember that you're not alone in this. Let's journey in this together.